Dennis, it was never a 3-0 game. Just give us your verdict on what you've seen tonight.
Yeah, just obviously the preparation wasn't right. We've arrived here late. We had to kick off at 8:15, and then the first 20 minutes we've given 2 goals. You know, we scored both the goals in a sense, and we're 2-0 down. And when you play a top side like they were in the first 20 minutes, they played some good stuff. But unfortunately, we give them the goals. And once you're 2-0 down, it's hard work. But you know, the second half, you know, we pretty much dominated the game, but it just didn't quite fall for us, and we couldn't get back in the game. We tried everything, we gambled wherever we could, and then in the dying seconds, last kick of the game, they broke away, and we could have cleared it. And he's walked round Vino and tucked it in.
Worst possible start, 2-0 down inside 17 minutes, a goalkeeping error and an own goal. Just two of those things, really.
2 own goals, really, because I thought, you know, if I'm being honest and say what I see, you know, the shot was a nothing shot in a sense, good height for Sam, and I don't know whether he went to punch it away or try to catch it, but it's just gone through his hands and straight in the goals. And then the second one, obviously, no communication, and Jonah has had it in his own goals. So, you know, in a sense, it's 2 own goals in a sense. So we're obviously 2-0 down, and even though they popped it about, it wasn't peppering our goal with shots. Vino didn't have anything to do save-wise, but they was in control of the game at that stage. But we managed to get higher up the pitch, and we started pressing them better, like we have been in our recent games. And then we stopped the flow of their football. And once we done that, we started imposing ourselves on the game. But you know, obviously we missed Dale Southwark today. We missed Kane Felix today. You know, they're 2 players for us that can run in behind the other team, and today we had no one really that was willing to go and run in behind the other team. And if you haven't got people threatening that space in behind, it's easy for them to keep a high line and press us. So it was difficult for us today with the players that we had missing. Tough fixture away from home, but could have been a different story had we not given the 2 goals away and had we had key players playing. But that's one of them things, it's football, other teams have players out and you have to deal with it. But unfortunately today we didn't quite have enough.
Those 2 that you mentioned were on the bench, but only really there if absolutely needed. They got a really realistic chance of being involved on Saturday.
We're hopeful, you know. I said to Dale 2 or 3 times today, you know, what do you think? Can you get on? And he was like, well, I'm feeling it. So we couldn't risk him at 2-0 because if it didn't go our way and then he can't make Saturday, that would be a big blow. And obviously the same with Kane, because like I say, they're 2 players that keep their team on the back foot because they know they can run in behind, and Dale's ever so good at that. So we didn't have that today, and we end up playing a lot in front, and because of that we didn't get our chances and our shots off, and that hurt us a little bit because the possession that we had, we didn't really get in behind and hurt them. You know, we had 1 or 2 headers and stuff from Pidge and from Joan, who had 1 there in the first half, but not our influx of chances where we've been scoring 5s, because obviously we missed our firepower. So you know, it's one of them, we chalk it off. It's another game now, we've got to win, but it's a tough fixture chalked off. All right, we've got nothing out of it, but we have to move on, we have to keep fighting. There's 11 games to go, and we've got to try and win at least 8 of those 11.
Guiseley Saturday doesn't get any easier. You beat them convincingly at home, but no doubt it'll be a completely different game on Saturday.
Well, it makes it even harder because when we're away, Guiseley won't want to be beaten like that again against us. You know, Guiseley are still a good team, there's no doubt about that, and they will probably feel, their team will probably be, if you can beat Boston, they won't get back above us, you know, because they'll have too much room for error. You know, whether they still make the playoffs is another thing, but it'll make it really hard for us to get above them. So that will be their team talk. You know, they just don't want to lose that game. A draw will probably be a good result for them because they've still got the games in hands over the other teams. But today was just, you know, if we could have won today, you're 7 points behind Fylde, and all of a sudden your Peckers are up thinking, not only can we make the playoffs, might be able to make a top spot when you're only 7 points behind, and that would have been their 4th defeat on the trot if that would have happened. So it was a big game for us. We really wanted to win it, but unfortunately games go like that for you, and we've come out with nothing. But I'm proud of the team for their performance second half. They give it everything. You know, their manager will probably acknowledge that. He's a nice guy and a manager, and he commented how well we had done. I mean, funnily enough, he said you're a lot better team than when we played you last time, and last time we beat them 3-1. But he could see that we've tried, we've passed it well, and we just didn't have the breaks today. But it's just one of them things that happens.